Hi everyone, this is Frank from African Design Studios. And today's tutorial we shall be looking at how to create your first floor level. How to create your first floor level. Right on the screen you can see the default 3D view. For you to create any level or for you to draw any wall on any level, you must make sure you are on that very level, not on your 3D view. So we have to change this view to a floor level. And what floor are we talking about? I want us to start from the beam level. That is the floor we're talking about because we have gone ahead to start our first floor level. But we also bear in mind that we have a beam on the ground floor level which we have to create first before we now move to the first floor level. So I want us to create that beam level. So I have to go to my project browser and go to floor plans. Under floor plans, I double click on beam level and double click on this beam. Then it's going to bring this view for me. The view you are seeing right now is the ground floor level. The ground floor level. And from this, I'm going to create my beam. To create my beam, I have to go to wall. But before we do that, I would want us to have a look at the beam we are going to draw. The beam we are talking about is actually positioned on this very wall. But I would want us to look at it from a view that I've already prepared. Let's go to my desktop. If I go to my desktop now to bring this very beam, you'll see it looks like this. Yeah, this is the beam we're talking about. Right on top of this beam, we have a balcony. A balcony that is positioned on this beam. This is the beam we want to create now. So let us go back to the Revit file. To go back to the Revit file now, we are going to go to wall. Go to wall, click on wall. After clicking on wall, because this beam does not start directly from the starting point here, we have to offset it. So I have to type in inside my offset box. I have to type in 900 because the building actually cantilevered by 90. So when I go that way, I'm now positioning it at the starting point here. Irrespective of the fact that I'm positioning it on this starting point, the wall will not start from this starting point because I have offsetted it by 900 millimeters. Now watch what is going to happen. When I click now and move to my right, you see where the wall is starting? It doesn't start from the starting point. So that is what offset does for you. So but now you can see from the dimension we have there, it is 2.4. So just leave it at that 2.4. That is not the actual dimension of that cantilever. The actual dimension into 8 is 1.8, which is 1,800. But just leave it at this 2,400. We are going to come back to edit it to the right dimension. So I click here. When I click here, I would go up. But as I went up, discover that the offset is still in action. It's still in action. So I have to deactivate it and put my value, the value of the offset at 0. So I can draw from here. Or I can even leave it at this point. Hence, I know the dimension of the cantilever. I will come back and correct it. So let's just leave it. I click here again, and I go like this, and I click here again. Never mind, this is not the size of the cantilever, but you're going to correct it later. So now, after doing this, I have to press escape. When I press escape, I have automatically deactivated the action. Now it is time to edit this beam. It is time to edit this beam. I normally tell my students that you most times don't even care about the dimension. Just draw the shape of the room or the space you want. At the end of the day, you will go to dimension icon or dimension tool and dimension it and correct it. And watch what I'm going to do now. I go to dimension here. I click on dimension. Now, the dimension from out to in of this, okay, from here to here is supposed to be 900, but believe you me, when I dimension this, it may not give me the 900, irrespective of the fact that I offsetted it by 900. Why? Because when it was drawing it, it was reading center to center, so half of the other wall was added to it, so it's going to make this to be greater than, okay, sorry, this was actually okay because the wall faces was right. So this is 900, fine and good. But in most cases, if you're using wall center line to draw your wall, your dimensions may not give you the accurate something because it is adding the other half of the wall to the dimension because it was really center to center. But in this case, it was okay, it was nice, so you don't have any issues with this. So what you're going to do now is this: go to dimension again, click on dimension, because I know the dimension from out to out of this game. The out to out is supposed to be 2700 millimeters. So I click here and I go here. I move out and click. So it will give me 1825. Once I have 1825, I'm going to click on this wall, and correct that 1825, make it 2700, and press enter. Okay, it has shifted it. Out to out now is 2700 millimeters. So you can delete the dimensions. You don't need them for now. You only use them to get the accurate value of the space you are drawing. So if I click on it again, you see that this is 2700. But apart from that, this is the length of this pin. What is the width? The width end to end is 1800. So you have to click into it to get ascertain if it is actually correct. So what we have here is 1275 millimeters. So you have to also correct this. Click on this very word and click on dimension. Now note something. Before clicking on the wall, the dimension is in black color, but once you click on this wall, the dimension is going to change to preview and become smaller. It means that at that point you can actually edit it, but when it was still black and bold, you cannot edit it. So now click on that small view dimension and change it to 1800 and press enter. So it will give you the accurate dimension of this bit. Now delete every other dimension that you have there. A time will come when you are going to dimension your work. This is not time to dimension your work yet, but what I normally do most times, I use dimensions to create my rooms. I get it now. I use dimensions to create my rooms, and as a starter or as a beginner, you can also do the same thing until when you become a master of this particular software. So I have created my beam. I would want us to look at the default 3D view to see how this beam looks like. So if I go to default 3D view, yeah, this is the beam I have actually created. On top of this beam, on the first floor level, is where you have a balcony. So we are done at this moment with our ground floor level. It is time for us to move to first floor level. How do we go about that? Like I told you, all these levels we created here are not for fancy. You always rush to them whenever you want to work on any particular level. So we are going to level 04 FFL, meaning first floor level. Double click on it. It will bring out this underlay. This underlay enables you to know where the floor beneath or floor below is, so that when you are drawing the floor above, the floor that is above, it can continue from where the one below stopped, so that you don't go off point or you don't go off shape. So that is the work of the underlays. But most times when you click on a particular level, you discover that you cannot find the one that is beneath or the one that is below it. That is the underlay. You have to bring it out. I have already taught you how to bring it out before now, so you should go back to the former previous videos to know how to bring your underlay when it is not showing. Now we want to draw our first floor level. This first floor level has a cantilever. There's a cantilever on the north part of it and on the east part of it. So on the west and on the south, we don't have any cantilever. We don't have any cantilever there. We have cantilever on the north and on the east. So let's have a look at what I'm actually talking about. So when we go here, when we go to, okay, this is first floor. I want to show us the cantilever first. Okay, this is ground floor showing cantilever. Okay, this is the cantilever I'm talking about. You can see the dashed line in black color. This is how the cantilever goes. This is how it goes, So, and we are going to bring out this. I did this intentionally so that when you are doing a project that has a cantilever, you won't have any problem doing it. So that is why I selected this particular project, so that most of the problems you are going to encounter would be treated in this particular tutorial. before the end of this project. So this is how the cantilever looks like. Now the cantilever from here to out, from this place to out, the width of it is 900 millimeters. Are you getting it? So it is actually 900 millimeters. So let's go back to our project. So when we go back to our project, what I'm going to do now is I click on wall. When I click on wall, okay, I now go to this place to select where this wall is going to stop. By default, Revit will suggest for you where it wants you to end it. Like now it is suggesting for me to end it at 0.5 in 1. 0.5 in 1, but I want it to stop at my roof level. So I have to click on this arrow beside it. I select roof, 0.6 roof. That is where any wall I draw now is going to stop at that level. So the next thing I have to do is to impute my 900 millimeters, which is the offset. I go to the offset box and type in 900. After typing in 900, now I position it at the center of this junction. When I click here, I move this way. You can see where the wall is being placed. When I get to this other point, I click there and come down. Okay, and I go like this. I stop at this junction too. I stop there. When I stop there, I enter into the cantilever again, the offset box, and wipe away what is here and make it 0 so that it doesn't push it away from the point again. So I can stand at the accurate place now instead of offsetting it. So it is not offsetting anything now. So it will just move directly on top of the walls that are below. So that is how the offset works. When you put any figure inside the offset box, it will offset it by that figure. But when you put 0, it will not offset it at all. So when we have done this, we have gotten the shape of our first floor. So we have to treat this our toilet here. This is supposed to be the toilet. Click here and go like this and go like this. The other walls we have inside are going to be taken care of later because we have some 150 millimeters walls inside for the demarcation. So this is the outline, or do I say the circumference of this first floor level. The other things we have here is the partitioning, which are in 150 millimeters. So the next thing I have to do is this. I have to go to wall again and change my wall from 225 millimeters to 150 millimeters. So what do? I go here, click on wall. Then when I click on wall, I come to properties. I click on this very arrow. This arrow will bring out all the other walls that I have. I click on this arrow. It brings out a list of other walls. I look for 150 millimeters generic. So this is it. 150 millimeters. I click on it. When I click on that, I have to now take a look at how the partitioning was done in my is it specimen I call it now, in my specimen or sample drawing. So what do? I click on the image and see how it actually looks like on the first floor level. Okay, this is our first floor first floor plan. If you look at this plan now, you can see that the inner walls are 150 millimeters apart from the external walls. So I have to remove this. Although I did not dimension the width of this toilet, the width of this toilet is supposed to be 1,200, and the width of the balcony here, the balcony, the width is actually what? The width is 1,050. 1,050. That's 1050 millimeters. Then the width of this kitchen is actually 1,950. You can see it from the dimension there. The width of this room is 3,000, and the width of this other room is 3,000. So we're going to remove those right away. So having looked at this, let's go back. I go here. First and foremost, I have to just draw any imaginary line without minding. I just click on this. Then I click on this again. Anywhere. Don't mind the dimension at this moment. Just do something that resembles the space you want to draw. After doing that, what I normally do is I go to dimension, click on dimension, I click on this and this. What I'll do next is I click on this very wall. This is the wall I want to shift. Take note of this. Whenever you are using dimension to create your rooms, The wall that you want to shift is the one that you are going to click on. If I click on this very wall and edit this space, this very wall will shift inside. And do you know what I would have done? I would have succeeded in destroying, or do I say distorting, the original shape of this building. I would have ended up creating a problem for myself. So take note whenever you are creating or shifting any wall. Do not shift a wall that you have already set, a wall that you have already put in place. So this wall now can be shifted anyhow I want, but not this very one. If you touch this one, you have distorted the shape of this building and the overall dimension of this building. I'm just taking time to emphasize on this because this is the problem most people have when they want to use dimension to create their rooms. There are so many ways you can create your room, but I normally use dimension because it is faster for me. When I click on this, and now click on the dimension again, the actual width of this toilet is 1200, like I told you. So I type 1200 and press enter. So if you look at it now, it has given me the original dimension. Now look at under me again. I'll have to come here and click on this and this. So what did I tell you that the dimension of this one is? I told you that the dimension of this one is actually 1050 millimeters, 1050 millimeters. So I click on this and not this one. If you click on this one, you would shift your original or overall dimension. So I click on this one and click on the dimension and I type 1050, 1050. I press enter. It will now shift. Whatever that is left here would become the dimension of this one. And I tell you, if I dimension this, it will still give me the original dimension of what I have there. But I don't know if I actually dimensioned it there. Let me see if I dimension this there. This is giving me 2625 millimeters. So let me go to the image again. Okay, it was not dimensioned here. It wasn't dimensioned here, but that's what it should give. Let me see if there's anywhere I dimensioned it. Okay, it wasn't dimensioned. It wasn't. Okay, so but that is how I create my rooms. I use dimensions to create my rooms. So let's get the width of this. The width is actually 1925 millimeters. I don't know if I'm right. Let me look at the image to see if I'm correct. Okay, this is the width, 1950. Okay, let's go back. So now again, this is my staircase. The dimensions of this staircase is 2100 millimeters, which has already been determined, which has already been set. You can see it, 2100. So it will be foolish, it will be counterproductive if I should come and click on this wall that I want to edit this room. It is wrong. So I click on this very one, then I click on this dimension and put 1950 millimeters and press enter. It will shift to give me the accurate dimension. I have succeeded in creating these rooms by using my dimension tools. Like I told you, this is not the only way to create rooms, but this is the one that I use more frequently because I find this one easier for me. So as you learn Revit as a course, you will get to know the others and know the one that is better and faster for you to use. So there are two rooms, one here and one here, that is being demarcated by a wall. So I have to go to wall again. I click on wall. I select where I want it to stop. It's going to stop at roof level. Then I just dimension it anywhere. I just put it here, not minding the space of the room. You can also type in here if you know the dimension. Like the dimension is 3000, you can type in 3000 and draw. It can still give you this. It will still give you the same result, but that is not what I want to do for now. I normally use dimension, like I told you. So as I've created this wall without knowing the dimension, it is time for me to dimension it. Now I will dimension this wall. When I dimension this space, sorry, I will dimension this space. I'm not going to tamper with this wall because I've set everything that is here. The dimension of everything that is here is already known. So I'm going towards my right. So I click on this wall and click on the dimension and type in 3000. 1, 2, 3. and press enter. It will give me the dimension of the space. It is going to give me the dimension of the space. Then I click outside to end the command. So the dimension of this place too is supposed to be 3000. So I click on the dimension and go like this and click here. You can see we are done creating those rooms. So if we go to the image, you will see it. This room here is 3000, this room here is 3000, and that is actually what we have here. This one is 3000, this one is 3000. So you can delete the dimensions at this point. After deleting the dimensions, there is a balcony that runs from this wall to this wall. So this wall, we're going to extend it to this point. There are two ways you can actually extend this wall to this point. You can click on this wall and drag it to this point. It will give you the same thing. Or you can undo. This is undo. In case you do anything, or in case you did any action that you want to reverse. To reverse it, come here. You can see my cursor at the top left corner, undo. Click on undo. What I just did now will reverse. So I want to show you the other way you can extend the wall. So you can click on modify. Click on modify for this toolbox to come out. They call it modify toolbox. So you select this very trim. We have three types of trim. We have trim to corner. We have trim single element. We have trim multiple elements. We are going to use trim single. Click on this. Click on the wall you want to extend it to, and click on the wall that you want to extend. Click on this. It will still give me the same thing. You can still apply the same thing to drag this one back. You click on trim single elements. Click on the wall that you want to use to cut it, and click on the one that you want to shorten. It will go back. The same way you could as well have clicked on this wall and drag it back. So you know the one that will be faster for you. So we have succeeded in creating the staircase, the lobby, the balcony, the kitchen, the toilet, the bedroom, and the master's bedroom here. So, but what is left is the beam. We have a beam here at the first floor level. There's a beam at the first floor level here. You can see the trees from the ground floor. You can see that there's a beam here. The beam we created for ground floor also, we have something similar on the first floor level. And we also have another beam that comes here. This place, we have a beam here, but you cannot create it at this level. This is a first floor level. So for us to create the beams, we have two beams for the first floor level. For us to create it, we have to go to 05, go to your project browser, go to 05 beam 1, double click on it. When you double click on it, you discover that this wall that is here, this beam, we don't even know the dimension, but it has already been created. We don't know the dimension. So what I'm going to do is to use the underlay as my guide to create it. You can see the underlay. This underlay you are seeing now is the beam level. This underlay, the beam for ground floor. Take note, the beam for ground floor is what you are seeing in fence line. You can as well hide it. You can hide it so that it won't bring too much confusion. But when you want to use it for your own advantage, you reveal it. After revealing it, you draw what you want to draw and hide it back. This thing is not supposed to be showing here. You can see it is conflicting with our original floor plan. But I will leave it because I want to use it to draw my beam. I'll use this as my guide. After drawing this, I will hide it. But let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look at how the underlay is conflicting with our original plan. But if I hide it, you will see the original shape of our drawing will appear and it will become nicer, more nice. So if I come here, this is underlay. Sorry, this is underlay. I click on here on this box. As you can see, 03 beam. It is showing you 03 beam because that is what you are seeing, the underlay you are seeing. But I want to hide it. To hide it, I click on this arrow and click none. Now you can see the original shape of our first floor has just appeared. The original shape of our first floor has just appeared, but it cannot allow me to draw the beam that I want to draw. I want to draw a beam, so I have to reveal the underlay. So I come here again, click on this box, click on the arrow and select the beam that is going to help me out. I will select let me say the 03 beam. 03 beam. If I select first floor beam, if I select the first floor plan, I will not be able to draw it because the first floor does not have the beam yet. So I select 03 beam, click on 03 beam. It will appear. I go to wall, click on wall, select where it's going to end. The height of the beam is going to be stopping at the roof level. I select roof level. Sorry. So sorry about that, I'm having some catarrh. So I click on this point. You can discover something now. We are still having the wall at 150 millimeters wall type, but I have to revert back to 225 because the beam size is 225. So I press escape, go back to architecture, click on wall again. Then this time around, come here, click on this arrow. If you look here, you see most recently used types, which means the walls I've used recently in this project. So instead of me to come here and start searching for it, I look at the ones that I've used recently. So I select 225. I click here and go like this, and go like this, and go like this. So I press escape to end the command. So I can now hide the underlay now because, okay, you can see the command is still in action. So I have to press escape 2 times. So now the underlay is still there, but the one that will show me this one is not there. I cannot draw this one. I don't know the dimension for this beam. So I come to the underlay again, click on the box. When I click on this box, this arrow will appear. Click on this arrow, then select natural ground level 01 natural ground level. When you press that, click that, it bring your cursor. Click apply. When you click apply, this will appear. Or even if you don't click apply, just when you bring your cursor inside the drawing area, it will take effect. So you can see that the natural ground level underlay has appeared for me, showing me where I should draw my beam because the beam is actually in alignment with this. Take note again, you can only use this particular method I'm using if the underlay you want to use is in alignment, is of the same dimension with the beam you want to draw. If not, you can just draw any wall here and use dimension to correct it. If you know the dimension of the space, just draw any wall of any size and use your dimension to correct it. But because my underlay here, the space we have here is in alignment, so I have to use this one. So I click on wall. Whenever this appears, it's asking you to save your work so that in case of any eventuality, you might have succeeded in saving some of the project you've done. So I click on save the project. So I come here, click on this, click here, and click here. So you can see it. I press escape twice. When I go to default 3D view, you can see the beam I just created, and this is the beam I created now, and this is the beam I created now. But what happens if the ground floor or the natural ground level area is not in alignment with this? Like I told you, just draw any wall. Let me go back there. Let me just delete this. I'm not deleting it because I don't carry the dimension. I don't know the dimension offhand. So just draw any wall here, like this shape you have here. Just click on dimension and dimension it. Dimension this other side. If you know the dimension of the actual space you want to correct, click on this wall and correct dimension, and it will go to the appropriate place. But since they are in alignment, I use my underlay. It's faster. So this is where we'll be ending this very tutorial. In our next tutorial, we're going to look at how to do our floor. So this is how we have succeeded in getting to the first floor level of this project. Like I said, the next class will be on how to add floors to your building. Thank you so much.